Alright, so it's Christmas, and for New Year's Eve, I wanted to read a few suggestions from my comments to see what video I should make next. Again, another great video. Excited for your Post Shift 2 video.
I love Post Shift 2.
Bro, talk about Post Shift 2 Part B.
Well, you guys asked for it, and if you haven't seen the first part of this video, click on the card at the top right. Anyways, without wasting your and my time, because this video is gonna be long, let's get started with Post Shift 2 Part B. As you can see, the developer did put effort and actually changed the main menu compared to Part A, which credit where credit is due. And now all we can do is start with Night 4. Huh, I don't remember this area, I hear you ask. Well, that's because it's not the same area, obviously. And just a heads up, this will be a trend from Night 4 onwards. Well, you may expect that I'm going to say that this night is actually going to be terrible and the balancing is terrible. The fact that now you're put into a completely new area with new mechanics is confusing. But guess what? This is actually the best night in the game. Dare I say, this night is a solid night. Sure, it might be one of the simplest nights compared to the other ones, but when did anyone say complication equals fun? Okay, let's talk about the night. The explanation for the night is terrible as always though, so I'll be doing the explanation like always. So let's talk about the actual night. How do you win? Simple. You have to survive until 12 p.m.
Oh my god, finally.
And just to let you know, we are playing in the future in this game as far as I know, since the first 3 nights were set in the past and we made choices to change the outcome of the game. Now originally I wrote about 4 pages just for the explanation of this night, even though it's the simplest one. So I'm gonna be throwing the script away to explain all the animatronics as simple as possible. So for Remnant BB, he's behind you in your office. You basically just have to look behind you so he doesn't move. And if he does by any chance, you cannot make him go back. So just make sure you check on him. For Minute or Puppet, you have a ladder right in front of you in your office. And you're supposed to go up the ladder when you hear a music box sound, which sounds like the puppet from FNaF 2. But from my experience, there is an ambience noise that plays that is really similar to it, but just know that it's very loud and obvious. So if you hear a small ambience noise, it's probably not that. Anyways, when you go up the ladder, you'll see Minute or Puppet floating right in front of you. And for some reason, Shadow Puppet shows up, which then you'll have to spam click to make her go away. I don't know. Speaking of the ladder, there's one more character there called Revenant Puppet. Now, Revenant Puppet's explanation in the game is exceptionally terrible, and all my deaths were cause of her. So just for this animatronic, I'll be reading the tutorial's explanation and compare it to mine. The game tells you that you're supposed to wait until the monitor says I am above, and you're supposed to click on the monitor multiple times. After that, you'll get an option for enable blaring connection, and you're supposed to press Y. Now, when I say press Y, you would think that I'm talking about pressing the Y that is on the monitor. But nope, that'll get you killed. Okay, so what are you supposed to do? Well, you're supposed to actually press Y on your keyboard and then go up the ladder, which then you'll have to look behind you to scare her away. If you try clicking on Y, it will do nothing, even though your TV will blink, which it doesn't do any other time, except when it says I am above. You'll have this Tamagotchi minigame, which you have to take care of the characters which correspond to the animatronic, like Baby, Balloon Boy, and stuff like that. Now, you may think that you have to actually check on them once in a while, you know, that would make sense. But in your HUD, you have a thing called virtual discontent. And if you ever see that number go up, that's when you have to check on your Tamagotchis to take care of them. Just a little life hack, I guess. And for the last one, if you're making too much noise or something, you'll have Mini-Rena-like characters show up on your right. But the thing is, it never went higher than 30%, which it mentions is when they spawn. So yeah, they'll probably never show up in your run as well. Now, the tip for this night is to just hold your camera on BB, because every other character either has a HUD cue or a sound cue. Now, just because I said this is the best night doesn't mean it's a good night, obviously. But the thing is, at least I didn't have to struggle for hours just to figure it out. And the fact that it was only one night. If the game had maybe this much variety and the minigames were simple, it would have been a great game. It could have been a minigame type collection game with a few story beats here and there, but unfortunately, that's not what we got. As of writing this video, the developer did update part A of the game to slightly balance it more, but nothing too major as far as I'm concerned. I haven't tried it out though, so I won't say too much about it, but for now, the developer has not updated part B. Well, what do you know? Right when I start making my PostShift 2 video, the developer of the game made a post. He's basically going to be getting help from a different team so that he'll be able to update the game and fix it or whatever. Just thought I should say that before people bombard me with the comments, cause I'm known for making a lot of mistakes in my videos. And as we'll get to on night 5, part B has the biggest problems. So from this point on, you could say the video is actually going to start. Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to, talk about the good part of the game before I go insane. Don't worry, folks. I'll be showing you why the next few nights are the most insanity-inducing nights in any FNaF game that I've ever played in my life. After beating the night, you get a certified Freddy Fazbear thumbs up, and you'll unlock a text-based adventure game, and it's called Afton's Text Adventure 2. Now, this is a reference to the first game, which had Afton Text Adventure 1, obviously. I didn't talk about this in my original PostShift 2 video. Also, that video sucks, don't watch it. All in all, this game seems like it's going to be a really good FNaF Fangame, and you should keep an eye out for this game if you're interested. Because it didn't have any significance as far as I was concerned. And it's kind of the same thing here. You basically are playing a text adventure, and you're supposed to find the correct route, but there's multiple correct routes. I'm pretty sure these have no impact, and they're just supposed to be insightful, so I'll just be talking about the interesting parts of this text-based game. One of the times I saw a robot on a tree that I used to spy on the company's robots, and I snuck up on Freddy and he played some music. The other time I got a job in the facility and went on their computers and found experiments they were doing, I think. And according to the game, the experiment was called 135-84, which maybe means 135th test subject in the year 1984? Maybe? Other than that though, either skip the minigame or play it and see what you can find. Cause what's the point of copying someone else? No one ever does that. Anyways, after that, we have to start night 5. This really sucks for me to say, but night 5 is garbage. And this sucks because this area is supposed to be PostShift 1. And that game wasn't that difficult. So, why is this night terrible? Well, first, I have to explain the mechanics. So, you know what that means. In night 5, you have 4 main animatronics you're going against. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. Just like PostShift 1. It's even built in the same layout as PostShift 1's map, with almost the same exact mechanics. So basically, for Freddy, it's literally the exact same thing. When you hear Freddy laugh, you have to go to his room and press the song that he's playing on your tablet. For Chica, you'll hear a robotic voice tell you that there has been a power redirect or something. You basically have to go to Chica's area and cut the power. You can also do other things, and she goes in like haunted mode and other things. I really couldn't figure these out, so I just had to ignore them. But some of the buttons here are that you can permanently disable her, but after every hour, there's like a 1 in 4 chance that she can kill you. The other one kind of just disables her, which makes her more aggressive after that, if I'm not wrong. Now for Foxy, he has 2 mechanics. You'll either hear a robot sound tell you a number.
500 hertz.
You're supposed to go to Pirate's Cove and put in the number. Or you can get a notification telling you that you have to go to Pirate's Cove. If this happens, you have to go to Pirate's Cove, open your tablet, open your second tablet, click on camera, go back out, and you'll get a button at the bottom, which I think finds his eye and replaces it, I'm guessing. Why did I explain this in so much detail? Well, in PostShift 1, you had this attention meter that would generate attention when you try doing your tasks, which are also in this game, but in a different way. And every time you try doing your tasks, you would generate attention. And if your attention reached a certain threshold, like 20, you would start getting attacked way more frequently. And that was it. That's how you would generate attention. Well, in this game, almost any action you do will generate attention. And now, when you're at 15% attention, you'll be bombarded with everyone attacking you, and if that happens, it's basically a death sentence. It is almost impossible. Now, you do have 2 special powers, and one of them is 1 extra life. The other one is a sound disable button, whatever. Now, for the 1 extra life, you may think that's better, but actually, it's pretty bad. If you die, you'll be set back by 1 hour in a random location, which is not good. However, the sound mute button just instantly drops your attention meter to 0 for about 35 seconds. I don't think I need to explain to you why this is so good. And you think that's bad? Well, for Bonnie's mechanic, you have to listen to Bonnie's music. You have 4 options on your tablet for Bonnie: with drums, without drums, high pitch, and low pitch. Now, what do these buttons exactly do? Well, you're supposed to listen for Bonnie's guitar sound and click on the corresponding button. If you hear the music without drums, you have to click on with drums. And you click on without drums when there are drums. Personally, I really hate this because I feel like the buttons are the other way around, and this got me killed way too many times early on. Especially when you're in a rush in a high attention percentage and you don't have enough time to listen to the music. Sorry for keep smashing the screen, I swear to god this thing's gonna fall apart. In this section I made a mistake with a name. The next 2 buttons for Bonnie are normal pitch and low pitch. For some reasons my stupid little ape brain called them high pass and low pass. Just wanted to say that. Anyways, back to the video. Sorry for the inconvenience. So anyways, you may think that high pass and low pass are the same thing. So if it's low pass, click on high pass, and when it's high pass, click on low pass. Well, you're almost right. When it's low pass, you do have to click on high pass. Okay, that's right. Okay, so what do you click low pass on? You click on high pass again if you hear a glitch sound? Sorry, you were wrong. Nice try though. This is PostShift 2 we're talking about anyways. Oh, and let's talk about the tasks while we're at it. So just like PostShift 1, it doesn't make sense because you have to do tasks and you have to wait until 12 p.m. or 6 a.m. whatever. So just like PostShift 1, the tasks still don't make sense because you have to survive and do tasks at the same time. Well, you can kind of say it makes sense here because you have this one button where you press it and automatically does your task. But here's the thing. After you finish your task, the task will come back after some time, and the game does not tell you this. So first time I was playing, I did my tasks at the start of the night because for the first hour of the night, nothing happened. So you have a lot of time to do that. But cover me surprised because when I finally made it to the end of the night, I realized the night didn't finish and I had to do the task. But thankfully, I managed to do it without dying. Oh! If I would have died there, this video would not have been made. This YouTube channel would probably never happen because my PC would be completely destroyed. This night is the hell spawn of Five Nights at Freddy's games. This night is super rage-inducing, it's completely unbalanced, and this is the biggest fix they have to focus on if they're fixing this game. Okay, seems like we're probably about done now, right? Oh, okay, there's a night 6. Well, fine. You're kidding me! You know, this night is actually cool in idea. You know, compacting most mechanics into one night and fitting them all together. Now, I said in idea. In actuality, this night is really close to being the worst night. But at least it's a bit more fair compared to night 5. Well, let's talk about the problems first. How about the 5-page long tutorial? Yes, this night does not have any sort of tutorial other than this text before starting the night, so you cannot see what you're going to be doing. You'll just have to read and guess. Third, you do have checkpoints in this night, which sounds like a good thing, but you don't have a save on this night. And have I told you that my game froze the most amount of times on this night? And one time it froze and I lost 2 hours of footage? What the fuck? The game froze, it's over! Is there any way I can f***ing think? You sure if I restart I won't get my save? If I lose my progress, I know what I'm gonna do. Please. Please. I'm done. I'm so done. No? Now, obviously, it's really long and it's gonna be really hard for me to explain. So, I'm going to be trying my best here to explain everything this night has. Yes, everything. Before we start the night, we get to a cutscene.
You finally reached your destination. I apologize for the little ones. They don't see the world the way I do. I've been lost for a long time. And it feels great to be free again. The others, though, they are still angry. And I am too. However, I realize that the rage and fury within will not achieve anything, not a thing. So I refuse to engage in such a way voluntarily. Through all the suffering that our past torments us with, we know that our only solution is to destroy the very core of the systems that keep us alive. You must eradicate everything. In you we trust, for the eye in blue is the one who always knew. You must go now. I fear I don't have long before I turn again.
Now, you know, without much input, I actually think there's a really cool cutscene, you know. I wish there was more of these cutscenes in the game, you know, other than the text ones, you know, like more like the intro and this cutscene, and unlike the text dialogue thingy, you know, it would have made the game even better in terms of animation and quality. But I can't blame the quality, that's the only good thing that this game has going for it. So, let's get started with night 6. Now, if you're wondering why my sound is different, it's because after I recorded this part, I realized that for night 6, my mic messed up and it sounded terrible. Like, it sounded worse than the old Call of Duty lobbies. So, your boy is going to be rereading the whole night 6 again, just for you. Alright, so let's talk about the gameplay. Now, the gameplay of night 4, as I said, is special. After every 2 hours, the animatronics swap out and new ones come in. Now, I don't know exactly how to get started with this night, so let me just explain the most simplest things I can explain. Now, don't be scared of the RPG mechanics on the top left. Shh, I promise it's not that bad. So you have the attention meter, same thing as night 5. You have the oxygen meter, which I forgot to originally say in night 5, where you can have a a gas leak and you can repair it, put on the gas mask to prevent your oxygen from going down. It's that simple. Now, condition is really random and weird. We'll talk about it when we get there. You have power, which you can generate by going to the computer at the communications post, but you have a chance to get a virus, which then you have to go to the vent walkway and you'll be able to repair it there. You also have radiation exposure. I don't remember this, to be honest, and I'm pretty sure it's not that important at all. And lastly, you have health. Now, you may think that maybe you take damage from some animatronics. No, not really. You still instantly die from almost everything. So, nope, the health is not what you think. Alright, let's talk about 12 a.m. till 2 a.m. Now, there's 4 animatronics plus 2 in between 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. For Freddy, when he shows up, you have to open your tablet and press play note 1 to 4 in any order, and he goes away. Boom, that easy. Okay, Bonnie. For Bonnie, he's basically the same as Night 5, but this time, all the buttons work. Like, I have no clue if Night 5 was a mistake or what. But let's just not waste too much time and just imagine that the developer somehow forgot to do this. Now, for Chica, she shows up at the prototype table behind a whiteboard. It's really hard to see her. You're basically supposed to press a button that shows up on your screen, and you pull out a Chica plushie that, I don't know, hypnotizes her or something. I have no clue. I don't know. For Foxy, you'll hear his laugh or something, and you have to go to Vent Walkway. After that, you have to pull your tablet and click on Play Voice. And then the voice says that he will die if he doesn't leave, and he just gets scared away. Now, there's 2 extra animatronics that are going to be throughout the whole night. Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy. Now, for Golden Freddy, you basically just get a notification telling you that speakers are malfunctioning or they're broken. You basically just have to walk to the speakers and you just click on the screen and bada boom, it's done. That's it. For Shadow Freddy, you get this like purple aura on your screen. And you basically have to go in your cameras and look for a button. And you just have to spam click the button and he goes away. That's it. Good job, we made it to 2 a.m. Just know that there's still no checkpoint. The checkpoint is at 4 a.m. So if you die after this point, which you probably will, well, guess what? You're gonna go all the way back. Anyways, let's talk about 2 a.m. So as I said, the 4 main animatronics get booted out and 5 new animatronics spawn. Remnant BB, Minotaur Puppet, Remnant Puppet, Minotaur BB, and Minotaur Ballora, and Minotaur Baby. Now, let's talk about Remnant BB. Remnant BB basically just blocks you from accessing the communications area, but his chest will slowly open, and you just have to click on his chest to close it. He will also not leave until 4 a.m, so if you have any desperate needs for power, tough luck. Guess you're not gonna make it out of this one. Now, let's talk about Minotaur Puppet. Minotaur Puppet can spawn in the cameras, and you just have to look around and find her and look at her for a couple of seconds and she'll disappear. But the thing is, that might be really hard to do in this night. There's a lot of things you gotta focus on, and if you don't manage to look at Minotaur Puppet in time in the cameras, she'll show up as a hallucination on your screen according to the game and will rapidly deplete your condition and health meter. That's where the health and condition meter come in. Like, there's no other use. You have a condition and a health meter for just this one animatronic. I'm like 99% sure, unless if the gas also damages you, but I mean, you just put on the gas mask, it's not hard, so I have no clue. Now, if she shows up on your screen, it's not the end of the world. You have to look at Golden Freddy's stage to make her disappear. I don't know, man. These mechanics are just so weird and random. I'm starting to believe that all these mechanics are AI generated. Anyways, for Remnant Puppet, he shows up at Cam 5. And you basically get a button to move the camera, and then that's it. She can't spawn for the rest of the night. Now for Minotaur BB, you get a prompt in the prototype view, and you'll have to hide from Minotaur BB. He'll start playing music while you're hiding, but don't be fooled with the music. You have to listen for footsteps to know that he's left. Trust me, I've sat under that table for a while and the music didn't stop. Now, Minder Ballora is really weird in the tutorial. Now, for Minder Ballora, when you hear a robotic voice tell you to check out Terminal 2, that's your cue. You have to go to Event Walkway View or whatever, and after that, you have to open your second tablet and click on Change Track. And yeah, you can leave after that and then that's it. Now, according to the tutorial, for some reasons it says you have to wait for the pitch to change or something. No, that's not true at all. I have no clue why this is in the tutorial. Now, for Miniature Baby, she goes full hacker mode and starts hacking your computer in Vent Walkway. When this happens, you have to open your camera and you'll see a button on the top of your screen. You'll click on it and you get a memory to select if it's a good memory or a bad memory. Now, here's the weird part, again with the tutorial. The tutorial says that you're supposed to look for the positive memory. But like, no, again, did the developer forget his own mechanics or something? The only thing I can think of is that the tutorial is really similar to Night 1's baby tutorial. You have to look for a good memory in that one too, but like, I'm so confused. Did the developer actually copy and paste Night 1's mechanic? Or was this mechanic different and he just forgot to replace the tutorial? It's really confusing. I have no clue. Anyways, after this sweat fest, guess what? You'll get a checkpoint! Wow, good job. I'm really proud of you. Because we're almost there, you know. We're definitely almost there. Right? Anyways, for 4 a.m., we get 4 new animatronics. Revenant Chica, Foxy, Bonnie, and Freddy. For Freddy, he'll show up at the prototype view, and you have to wait for about 4 or 5 seconds for his music to repeat itself. After that, you have to open your tablet and press 4, 3, 2, 1 on the play notes. And then you have to open your camera and press restart song. Why is this so complex? For Revenant Chica, she's basically the same, but she moved to communications area. For Foxy, he shows up under the prototype table. You have to click on the prompt to go under the table. After that, you have to open your tablet and I guess read into his mind or something. And you have to find the bad memory, which from my experience was this one. Now for Revenant Bonnie, you know, the face of the game, you'll get a very obvious and loud sound cue. And he'll either appear at Golden Freddy's stage or the Vent Walkway view. After you find him, you have to open your camera and throw a drone. Wait, does that mean that we finished the night? Wait, so, oh my god, we're about to reach 6 a.m. Wow, you did it! Oh my god, I can't believe it! You won! You won! Oh my god, I'm so proud of you! Good job! You actually managed to beat the game! Oh, would you look at that? Nope. Of course the game isn't over. Why would it be? For the final section, you have to survive for 200 seconds. Oh god, who's going to attack me in this night? Well, lucky you, there's only 2 animatronics with 3 mechanics each. It's not that bad though, don't worry. So, as I said, there's 2 animatronics in this hour. Amalgabot is like an endo animatronic, and Revenant's End is basically like Molten Freddy. It's basically every animatronic combined into one, I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure. Molten Freddy can show up in the elevator. Oh, yes, I forgot. You unlock the elevator after reaching 6 a.m. And it's right behind the prototype view, and yeah, it's just there. I don't know why. Now, Revenant's End is kind of an idiot because he tells you where he's going to go, usually. So when you hear him at the elevator, you have to go to the elevator, and you'll see a plushie on the floor. You have to close the elevator, wait up to like 3 seconds, and then open it again, which probably won't work anyways. After opening the elevator, you'll hopefully see him sitting down. After that, you have to close it again and open it again, and he should be standing in front of you. After that, just leave and go back to the office, and you should be good. If he shows up at Golden Freddy's stage, you have to go to Vent Walkway view and play a voice. This will attract them, and then you get this weird faceplate on your screen. and you have to go from top left to bottom right in order. And you close this fun time mask to make him go away. Anyways, he can also show up in vent view, which you just have to do the same thing without playing the voice because he's already there. Now, time for Amalgabot. Amalgabot can appear under the prototype table, and just like Foxy, you have to go under the table and open your tablet, and you have to check cameras 1, 2, and 4 and look for the audio protocol button, and you have to press it and then he'll leave. If he appears at the communications view, you have to put on a Bonnie mask, which you just get out of nowhere, and use it by clicking the prompt. Lastly, if he's standing in front of you in the prototype table, you have to check every single camera for a stop button. After clicking it a couple of times, the button will disappear and he'll leave. Do all this and survive until the timer hits 0 and you'll finally be done! This time you actually won for real. This one is real. We finally did it! Why is the night not ending? Oh, right. It's because the task mechanic is back from night 5. Don't forget to do it last and not first in the night because remember, it resets anyways. Anyways, after doing your task, you are finally done with Post Shift 2. You did it! Good job! I am proud of you. Or you just watched this YouTube video, but thanks for that anyways. It took me about 8 hours and 30 minutes to beat this game, and before we talk about other things, I'm going to show you the ending cutscene that I got. You know, it's a weak cutscene, but I guess I didn't get the best ending. And if I had to guess, I guess Bonnie equals William Afton.
What the hell?
I mean, it was kind of obvious, but you know, whatever. Anyways, after 4 years of development and build-up this game got, I can confidently say that this game is not what I expected it to be. Now, let's talk about the game for a second. In my opinion, this game could have easily been a high-ranking A tier across all FNaF Fangames. But as I mentioned all the problems throughout my whole video, the game was sadly a mess. It was terrible. Now, if you're a try-hard FNaF player and something, you might enjoy this game. I kind of enjoyed it personally from night 1 to 4. It was fun to play. But night 5 and 6 absolutely broke me. By the end, I was completely mauled in. And this is such a shame because this game had a lot of effort put into it, mostly by one developer. Like, this game looks really impressive and nice. But at least I managed to enjoy the first 4 nights of the game, which aren't as bad as other people might say. But I mean, I guess a lot of people don't like to read a book for one night of a FNaF game, which, fair enough. So, in a nutshell, what did we learn today from this game? Game looked good, gameplay bad. Anyways, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video without dying from boredom. That is impressive. Good job. And if you enjoyed this video, well, be sure to subscribe and like the video if you did, or dislike it. And comment down below your thoughts on this game and give me suggestions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!